all pages.
Yes, in all pages. And then repossess homes, repossess buildings, choose, you can buy, you can issue. Those are common. These are common.
Yeah, they are, the only things that we have to, at the end of the year, we have to write off, etc., are teachers who unfortunately passed away before they were to pay their loans.
Yeah, that's probably the worst case scenario.
And some might have migrated, left their jobs, and, well, then you
lose them.
take a bath and say, well, that's part of doing business, right?
Yeah.
But essentially, like for example now, we found out that maybe just limiting giving loans to the teachers at times might not be enough. So we went into the household loans.
CitySavings?
Yes.
What do you mean by it's a new program?
Okay, yes. Meaning, you're a teacher, right? You can borrow so much money. You have a wife who's also working. It's not a teacher. If you're in need of additional funds, you can now borrow as a household. And what you have is a co-obligor. It's like a clean loan as well. You're exposing yourself a little bit more. No, because it's just somebody who will co-oblige that he will pay.
Yeah.
And therefore, we have turned it as a household loan. So the capacity of a family to borrow in case of need has been expanded. It's not limited to just the teacher. But you must be a teacher to qualify. You must be a teacher to qualify. Now, we also, you see, Union Bank has a big slice of the pensioners' market of GSIS. GSIS, not SSS. GSIS.
Yes, because I remember now, Union Bank had this card with the GSIS card.
Yes.
And that was, in fact, a coup and used politically against Winston Garcia.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be, there was a case filed against him. But at the end of the day, the present occupants or the present heads of GSIS continue with that. And therefore, there was nothing wrong with it.
Boy, it's a lifesaver. It's a lifesaver. It's a quick way for people to be able to get their pensions.
Yes.
For heaven's sake,
before it used to, you have to line up.
Or go to the GSI office or wait for the mail.
Yes.
And you know how our mail goes.
Yeah.
I mean, well, at any rate. So now, we found out that pensioners, there are times when a pensioner is in need of money, okay, hospitalization, okay, this, whatever. So now we've gone into pensioner loans to further help them. But they have to be GSIS
GSIS accredited.
pensioners.
Yes,
accredited,
pensioners.
yeah.
Yes.
So then again, it's salary deductible, etc., etc. So that's one way of expanding and yet being able to help these people who have no recourse. It's very difficult for them to go and borrow money from a commercial bank.
So when you talk about a teacher having a loan with CitySavings Bank, and the only way for the teacher to pay is through salary deduction.
Yes.
Do you go to
DepEd.
DepEd?
Yes.
And get the money from them?
Yes.
Or do they get the money and they pay you? What's the mechanics there?
Well, basically, we get paid through there. But again, you know how it is, the bureaucracy. Sometimes you get delays, etc., etc. But
That's new.
But by and large, DepEd has done a very good job on that. I mean, they're very, how shall I say, very cooperative. But again, the risks are still there.
It's impossible to have the risk.
Yes, the risks are still there, no matter what. But the whole point is that we're looking at means and ways to further mitigate this situation where people are forced to go through the underground market
With the
to
Turco,
get
Indiano,
to get money.
will hit you with a 5-6.
Yeah.
And it's common knowledge. You will see them riding motorcycles in their turbans instead of helmets.
Well, there is a place in Cebu where what they call turcos, who has a desk, and these habal-habals,
Yes.
they pay daily.
Yes, true.
I calculated because I bought a motorcycle from my driver.
Okay.
Okay, if he had got it from what they call the turco, he's really not Turk. He's an Indian.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
But we call them
Or
turco.
turcos,
I don't
okay.
know why.
Yeah, I don't know why also. Do you know that you're paying double, 100% more?
Yeah,
The 35,000 peso becomes 70,000
correct.
if you compound it because they pay on a daily basis.
Yes. But tungod pa, it's a very small amount.
Yeah.
They think it's cheap.
Yes. Well, but on the other hand, what can you do?
Well, but I'm really happy that Don Ramon, and we call him Timo Avillana, because he
Timo,
was.
yeah.
I was in his Rotary, the Rotary Club of my father, and he was there, and I used to call him Timo. Then when I became a Rotarian, he would scold me. He said, "Don't call me Timo anymore."
Timo.
And founding CitySavings and seeing it grow from the Don Ramon Abuitis and Timo Avillana, and eventually Iking became his son, became one of the presidents, and you will see that there is real growth, and in that growth, we know that the teachers have shared in that growth, and maybe the two of them up in heaven can smile and say they're happy that CitySavings is in good hands. And we'll be back with Romy Ronquillo for a final set after this break.
Imagine a new world. A dependable world. An innovative world. A flexible world. A rewarding world. A surprising, exciting, inviting world. A world we know you would expect. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Globe. Let's create a wonderful world.
When it happens, you know that your life will be changed. Just like the new Sky Cable Dual Def with built-in HD channels. Get more detail and more action. When you experience it, you'll know your cable TV viewing will never be the same. Sky Cable Dual Def.
Lagay mo dun sa table. Yan kayo?
Momski, anong meron?
TV Marathon! Come on!
Enjoy more than 180 digital channels and discover the world with Sky Cable. Sky Cable gives you the widest choices of channels and front row seats to live events from the country's biggest cable TV provider.
Marathon extended!
Imagine a new world. A dependable world. An innovative world. A flexible world. A rewarding world. A surprising, exciting, inviting world. A world we know you would expect. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Globe. Let's create a wonderful world.
Thank you for staying with us. For the final set, while we talk about proudly the 50 years and the golden anniversary of CitySavings Bank, I know, Romy, that it is in the DNA of Don Ramon Aboitis and Timo Abiliana, and their DNA shared down to their siblings and to you, the officers of the corporate social responsibility. And I've heard a lot about this group project called Brigada Escuela, where you have helped 300 schools in these CSR projects. Maybe we should focus a little bit about that.
Oh, well, CSR is a very important component of the total, I call it the framework of the bank. It's part and parcel. As a matter of fact, in every board meeting, you must have a report on CSR.
In every board meeting.
Firstly, it is in the committee meetings. That's where it begins, right? It's CSR falls under the Good Governance Committee, of which I'm the chair. We have a terrific prime mover of CSR in CSB, and that's Paula Roland. Okay, and this is first discussed in the committee, and then what's been discussed in the committee now is reported to the board. Time is always given for CSR presentations, what has been done, what's the plan, because it's part and parcel of doing business.
Yes.
It's part of the strategic planning. When we do our strategic planning, CSR is always a component.
Not an add-on.
No, it's part.
Because a lot of businesses still around here, Romy,
Yeah.
do not understand the word CSR.
Well, yeah.
But the Aboitis Group, it is really a flagship program of the Aboitis Group.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. A lot of time is spent by the executives, whether they be family members or professionals like I was. A lot of time is really dedicated to CSR.
And you're not, when you're retired from the operations, you're given the CSR,
Well, yeah.
like what happened to you.
Yeah, in a way, yes. In a way, yes. But there are quite a number of programs. The Brigada Escuela, you see, it's Brigada. You're familiar with Brigada
Yes.
Escuela, okay? And because this is the involvement of almost every team member in the branch, for example. Every team member in the branch. No office. Almost everybody, I would say, goes to the schools to do what they have to do during Brigada Escuela season, during vacation time, right? And I don't know how many hundred schools, frankly speaking. If you add on the RAFI, you add on
Aboitis
RAFI,
Foundation.
you buy the Union Bank.
Yes,
I mean,
wow.
I don't know, must be thousands of.
No, even after Typhoon Yolanda, I'll tell you, I mean, I've seen the documents, the figures. Aboitis Group, RAFI and Aboitis Foundation did more than the province of Cebu, which has money supposed to be for that.
Much more.
That's why.
Over 300 schools.
Exactly.
And I don't know how many daycare centers. Oh, yes. I mean, but again, you see, the CSR component of we've even gone to the extent of bringing in principals, heads of schools from Luzon to Cebu to enjoy 3 days of the Cool Camp Adventure in Balamban.
In Balamban.
You know, where they have bonding, where they have
Yes.
learn how to
That
work as
also
a
a
team.
world-class
Oh,
facility.
yeah, that's world class, definitely,
Yeah.
right? And I mean, it's no joke, huh? To bring in 20 people from Luzon
Yes.
to here to transport
That's really
them.
true.
You know, but you know, it does a lot of good because they leave that cool camp and they're like they themselves. You know, we're like new people.
Correct.
We've learned how to live with others, be dynamic in thinking.
And be dependent with
And-
each other.
Yeah, because you're taught you cannot be. The idea is for them to be interdependent, not just independent.
Not to be the
Not to be
buhaya.
dependent, not to be
The buhaya in the basketball.
interdependent. See, and so it's a fantastic program. I mean, we're going to donating computers, computer labs, and what have you. But again, like I said, CSR is part and parcel of doing business. You see, Bobby, I wish more companies in Cebu would think about CSR, because we have a lot of companies here in Cebu that could do a lot. If they wanted to, if they only knew how to or what to
They
do.
don't know how. That's the reality.
Well, and that's why sometimes we publicize things, because it opens the eyes of others that, hey, this is something we can do as well.
You have done Rafi and Aboitiz Foundation, and of course CitySavings have done a lot. No, there's still so much out there that others can actually do.
Yes. Well, and a lot of people have responded. A lot of people have responded as well. But the thing is that we have a budget. Of course, you cannot meet the demand. The demand is insatiable.
Yes, that's true.
We only have so much money for CSR, and every centavo is, before the year ends, it's gone. No matter what. There's always extra, But yes, CSR is a very important. It's part of our strategic planning. It's anything and whatever we can do. See, Bobby, at the end of the day, doing good is good business.
Yes.
You see, and so it's a win-win situation. Your altruistic motivation eventually rewards you.
Well,
And I hope people can understand that.
there is a phrase: the more you give, the more you receive.
Well, blessed are those who give. Right? But you see, everything fits into place. But I still maintain, doing good is good business.
I was just in Tabogon about 3 weeks ago. We donated chairs for the schools there in Tabogon, and